Welcome to the Crazy House. Today we're going to be doing our weekly preps. It's not exactly meal prepping, even though we prep for some of the meals. It's more like getting our fruits and vegetables that we can get ready done. And also, like, Noah wants banana bread again this week, so I'm going to be doing that again. And fixing, like, I guess lunch boxes, because I'm going to be doing some more of the adult Lunchables, or I may as well just call them Lunchables, I don't know. And I also have, I've got a whole list of things I'm going to be doing. I'm also going to be doing some overnight oats this time because Noah wants some of that. I'll be cooking some ground beef for 2 different meals because I'm just going to go ahead and cook that, get it out of the way. That way it's done for those meals and I can just throw them together easily. Noah wants me to make some more wraps, so I'm going to be doing that. But it's mostly cutting up some fruits and vegetables. Some of the vegetable we're going to be putting in the freezer, some we're not. It's just some bell pepper. And also going to be, let's see, what else? Oh, doing my coffee because I have a few days left, but I want to go ahead and do that. And if I was opening brand new coffee, I wouldn't do it right now because I would want the newest in the little pods. But this is the same coffee that I was using the last time, so it's the same age, so it doesn't matter. Let's see, what else am I going to do? I've got some cheese that I need to put into smaller bags and stick in the freezer. And I have a helper today. Jeff's going to be helping. He's going to cut up the watermelon and probably cut up some more stuff with me. But I think I figured out what happened with the banana bread last week. Last week I did it exactly like the recipe says, and I used the all-purpose flour and baking soda, but this time I'm going to use the self-rising flour and no baking soda because I think that's what I did before. And I'm also going to use salted butter because I had a stick of it and that's all I need for it, so I'm going to use that. So I've got 2 bananas here that look pretty rough, but this is the perfect way to have them for making banana bread. And I've got everything else here, but I'm not going to sit here and tell you how I'm doing it. I'm just going to make it, and then after it's done, I will show you what it looks like. That way we can compare last week and this week to see if it actually rises properly for this week, and also to see if it looks better. Now, the last week it tasted just fine. It tastes perfect. And I mean, it was a little crispy on the edges, but it was really good, and Noah ate it really quickly. I didn't even get but that one bite that you saw me take on camera last week, or 2 bites. That's all I got from the whole thing. He ate the rest of it quickly. But he asked me to make some more of that, so I'm going to do that. And after I get that done, like after it's completely cooked through, I'll show you later on in the video what it looks like. And I'm going to show you other things, how we're going to be doing stuff like the bins and stuff like that for getting ready. Oh, I wanted to tell you the menu plan. For Sunday, we ate out because we were not home. So, and that was on the plan. So, no, that wasn't on the plan. What was on the plan, we just moved. So, anyway, Monday is today, and it's Memorial Day, but I'm still going to be doing this stuff because I normally would do it on a Monday. But, and it actually helps my mind to be okay throughout the week to not have to think about some of this stuff. But today, Jeff is grilling out. He's going to cook some steak and chicken on the grill, and also we're going to have baked beans, and Selena's going to have like a little Velveeta macaroni and cheese, and we're going to have some other type of side. Tomorrow we're having parsley parmesan chicken. That's what I call it. I don't know. It's not like parmesan chicken with the pasta sauce or whatever, or marinara sauce. It's different. I think I have a video for that on my channel. If I do, I'll link it. But I'm going to kind of show you whenever I cook it how I'm going to do that. And we're having stovetop potatoes and field peas that are in the freezer. Wednesday we're having enchilada bake. That's one of the things I'm cooking the ground beef for today. And it's, you know, like a Mexican lasagna or something. I don't really know what you would call it, but we usually have like that with some fresh tomatoes and lettuce on top of it. That's the way I eat it. Jeff eats it like that kind of, but Noah, he doesn't eat the lettuce and stuff. He eats sometimes the lettuce on it, but not the other. All right, and then Thursday we're having beef tips, baked potato, and probably some other side, but I'm not sure what. I'm thinking green beans. The loaded green beans is what I kind of want. I think I have a video for, I know I have a video for that somewhere on my channel. And then on Friday we're having taco soup and probably some Mexican cornbread or something like, or jalapeno cornbread or something like that. I'm not sure exactly yet, but probably. Did I say Mexican soup or taco soup? We're having taco soup. And then Saturday, we're going to the car show, or at least we're supposed to be. Noah has found, or I found one because he's wanting to go to one in a town not far from us, so we're going to do that. He wants to take his car. So, yeah, I'm going to get this banana bread put together, and then I'll start sharing the other stuff once I get to it. Okay, so Jeff has washed our seedless watermelon, and he put not a paper towel, but a towel under here. He always does that to catch all the juices that he can, and then we just throw it in the washer. But he's probably not going to talk, so that's why I'm talking now. But he's about to cut this up. Okay, so over here I'm about to brown up the ground beef I have. No, it is not hot, or I wouldn't be touching it with my finger, but I'm letting it get hot. So I'm going to go ahead and throw the meat in here and let it cook up. You guys have seen people brown up ground beef tons of times, but I'm doing this for 2 different meals. And I'm doing this today because I have the extra time, and it will not make the meals taste weird or strange. And one of these meals actually was supposed to be last week, but I'm going to go ahead and just cook it this week because we swapped it around, and that's what I do. I go ahead and just cook it in the first of the week. That way the meat is not bad if I take out meat for a meal. So I'll only be taking out meat for one meal this week because we already got the steaks out, and the chicken we had bought fresh because we were out of chicken breast, and that's what Noah and Selena eat mostly, which we're having steak and chicken, and I think that is all the meat we're taking out. So I probably won't show you my meat bin today because it's just beef tips going to be in it, but I will show you my other bin. But I'm going to go ahead, this is feeling warm now, so I'm going to go ahead and throw that meat in here. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and wash up the parsley, get it ready to use, but we're not going to cut it up yet because I don't want to cut it up until the day I start to use it, which is tomorrow, but still I don't want to do it. We're going to cut up these peppers. Are you going to put one of these peppers on the grill?
I was thinking about it.
Okay, so one of these peppers he's probably going to put on the grill for today, and the other ones we're going to cut up into, just cut them in half and put them in the freezer. That way we can use them for stuffed peppers, or we can use them, we can cut them up more on the day we want to use it and use it for other recipes. That's what I normally do, unless I have a lot of peppers, is I just wash them, take the seeds out, and cut them in half and freeze them that way. And that way, like I said, you can use them into strips, you can for fajitas or whatever, or you can cut them into little bitty squares for other kinds of things. So that's all we're doing with that. And with the green onions, we're just going to wash those and wrap those in paper towel, which is what we're doing with that. And we're also going to be washing some cucumbers and cutting those up for this week. And we're going to also cut up some lettuce, but it's head lettuce, it's iceberg, so you don't have to wash the we just peel a couple leaves off. We don't wash yet. Okay, I didn't show what I was doing very well, but I wrapped the parsley, which is in there already, and the onion in paper towel, and I'm going to leave it in this bag, but I'm not going to seal the bag up. I'm just going to put it in there in the refrigerator like this. That way it's ready to eat. You can take it out and eat it just like it is. Put it in a recipe, whatever. You know, you have to cut it up if you want to put it in certain kinds of recipes, but it's ready to go. Which one of these do you want to put on the grill? Okay. Alright, so I'm going to take these two and cut them in half, and he's going to put this one on the grill, and I'll show you how we're going to do that one in a minute. But all I do is cut them down like this, and if we wanted to stuff them, it wouldn't be like traditional stuffed peppers, but we could still stuff half this pepper if we wanted to. And all I do is I reach in there. It's weird doing it like this because I usually do it with my right hand, but I reach in and I just pull as much of that out as I can, and then I just get all that white stuff out. I don't know what it's called, but anyway, then the membrane, Jeff said it is. And if I decide that I want to cut this into strips, it's very easy to do even when it's frozen. You do have to be more careful. And if I want to cut it into squares or whatever, I can do that. But I have any option I want to use this pepper other than fresh. But I'm going to take these two and I'm going to freeze them. And before we cut the cucumber, we'll wash the cutting board so that it doesn't have the peppers on it. Which I don't know if it matters, but I mean it doesn't matter, but I don't know how. Do you think Noah would care?
What?
If it had the pepper flavor on the knife and cutting board? I don't think he'd care. We may not wash the cutting board. We may just cut it all up. It doesn't matter.
You doing enough on there to get pepper?
No, there's not enough to even worry about it, really. How do you want to do your stuffing of this pepper? You want onion or what?
Yep.
Alright. Onion, butter, salt, and pepper, or do you want like some other kind of seasoning, like herb seasoning?
Nope.
Just salt and pepper?
Salt and pepper.
Okay.
Bubble.
Alright, I try to get as much air out as I can. I'm not going to be able to get it all out because I'm not a vacuum sealer. But I get out as much as I can, and then I just stick this in the freezer like that, and my peppers are ready. And you can leave them in there for like 6 months or so. I think we've left them in there that long, maybe longer, I don't know. We have lost them in the freezer and used them anyway. What you doing with my knife? Oh, you want to go ahead and do that? That? Okay. So you got a sprinkler for lettuce?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so here's the lettuce after it's all cut up. And I try to get as much air out as I can. I don't have those bowls and stuff for fruits and vegetables. And actually, Jeff and I went and looked for some today, and you can't find them. They're nowhere. But anyway, there's the lettuce. It's ready to go. I want to wash these little peppers too. Why do you already have the straw? You're eating strawberries! What are you doing? You aren't supposed to get the strawberries out yet. Whoops. Alright, so the cucumbers are ready to go whenever we want them for salad or whatever. And if we want them smaller, we can easily cut them up. This is just to get us a head start. Okay, so I have strawberries that I was just going to wash, but somebody got ahead of me and washed them. Whatever. Alright. Those we were going to go ahead and wash. Oh, I look like, have I slept in the last year? We're gonna wash those. We're gonna wash these little peppers, which they've got all foggy. Can you see them? No, I don't know. Anyway, we're gonna wash those little peppers. The meat is done. I'm just gonna let it cool off, and then I'll put it in 2 different containers. I may just put it in one container and just take half out for the one meal and half out for the other. We'll see. I'll probably do that. That's the most sensible way to do it. And look at that. Don't look at the actual stove, but look how it rose and how it looks like it's supposed to, which we still have a little while longer, but I think I used self-rising flour on the first video where I did the banana nut muffins. That is what I'm doing from now on. I'm writing it on my thing. But now I'm going to show you how we do this pepper for putting on the grill. And you can just put those in a bowl. There's a bowl right there. Yeah. Will they fit? I don't know. But we're just what? You're already over there eating them. He was over there eating a strawberry. That's how I caught him. I heard him crunching on it. But anyway, you're not really supposed to wash strawberries and stuff like that, they say, because it makes them start going bad faster. We're not gonna let them go bad because we're gonna eat them. And even if we have to put them in some sort of, I don't know, strawberry pie or something. So anyway, I'm gonna show you how I do this pepper, but I gotta go get some aluminum foil real quick. There's the strawberries, ready to eat. So if somebody wants them, they just grab them out of the refrigerator and eat them. Alright, so the pepper for the grill. What I do with it is different than what I do with the others. I've got lettuce on this, but I don't think anybody cares. I take and I cut off the top part, the cap, whatever you want to call it. I try to cut it all the way around evenly, like that, and then I twist it to get the seeds to break and that membrane in there, and I pull it out like that. Okay, then I can cut this part off, and it's not all in the inside. Now I still have stuff in there, but it's easier to get all that out. And then I don't worry about all the seeds, but see how that's clean on the inside now? Alright, so you can stuff this however you want with whatever kind of stuff you want in it, but I don't know. How many years ago did we start doing this, Jeffrey?
Well, probably not enough.
How many years ago? I know it may not be enough because we didn't know about it or we didn't figure it out.
I don't really know.
How did we decide to do this? I don't know. Huh? Just experimenting? Alright, so what I do is I get an onion that's about the size of the inside of the pepper. And then I just chop up the onion. And then I just put it in there. And it is going to come out a little bit toward the, you know, it's going to come out some, but that's okay. You'll see how that's fixed in a minute. And then we take some butter. This is the spreadable kind because it's just faster and easier. It has a little bit of olive oil in there, but we don't care. It's got sea salt in it too, so I just won't put as much salt. But anyway, I put butter on top like that. Maybe, I don't know, that's like a tablespoon, teaspoon, something like that. Not sure. And then I put a bunch of pepper, as much as I can get on there. Because all this will melt into there, or the onion will cook down. A little salt. Take my aluminum foil. This is regular aluminum foil, so I'm going to double it. And I stick it on there, and then I put his top back on, however he was on there. I don't think that's right, but okay. That's close enough. And then I wrap it up. Oh, there's some onion escaped. I wrap it up like that. Then I wrap it again and it's ready for the grill. Now I have taken and done this just like this and then put them in a freezer bag and froze them and took them out and just put them on the grill frozen, and they work just as good that way. So if you have a bunch of bell peppers, which is an awesome thing to have, you can go ahead and prep them, but make sure you mark on your bag grilling peppers or something like that. So, and then Jeff just eats it just like that. What's that? Oh, that's my other peppers. Alright, these are my other peppers washed with a little paper towel in there to get any excess moisture. And these are ready to cook up into whatever. I know beef tips, they're going in that this week. Sometimes I go ahead and cut them up, but I'm not going to do that this week just because we got other stuff we want to do. And this is already a good head start for me. Okay, I think I have shown how that we do this before whenever we buy a big pack of cheese. We only buy like the big pack of the Colby cheddar, the cheddar, and the mozzarella. And also I have found out that most of the time it's cheaper at Walmart than it is at Sam's. So if you care about that, there's a tip. But it's simple. We get 3 Ziploc bags and we just divide it into 3. We leave 1 in the refrigerator if we need some in there, and the other 2, or if we don't need any in the refrigerator, we put them in the freezer. Shredded cheese freezes very well. If you didn't know that, go ahead and try it. Just get a little pack, throw it in your freezer. You can freeze it up to, I think it's 6 months, but I'm not sure. But I'll try to remember to link a website showing that. I do have a video somewhere about things you can freeze. At least I think I did one. Or maybe it's just I did it in the middle of another video. I'm not sure. But anyway, if I do have a dedicated video to that, I will link that. And then you can see all the websites, because I believe I did put websites on there. But all we're going to do is open this up, put it in here. That's it. Wanna hold that?
Big enough?
If it's not, we'll make it bigger. Do you want it bigger? I think we need it bigger. We do have those bag holders to help you these stand up. I find that they don't work that great with some things, and if you have 2 people, it's just as easy to do it this way. I'll be the bag holder. How much is left? Okay. And then I just get all the air out. Like everything I do, I get all the air out that I can with most things. There's some things that I don't, because you don't need to get the air out. And then you don't have to flatten it, but I try to save space in the freezer. You don't flatten it completely, but you flatten it as much as you can. And one of these, do we need it in the refrigerator this time? I think we do. I think I used the last of it, or no, I don't know, I don't remember. Do we have any in there? We can put it in the freezer. Because what we're cooking this week, we shouldn't need that much. Alright, so Jeff's going to stick those in the freezer, and then I'm going to get all the stuff out that we need for making the overnight oats. I've never made that on my channel before. It's something that Noah likes. Okay, so now I'm going to do the overnight oats, and I just come up with my own recipe, or came up with my own recipe. For Noah, I make them in this big bowl like this, and it has a lid, and it seals really well. And I have made them in here for him, but I'm going to make me a couple in the little ones for myself. Because honestly, I've never tried them before, but he says they taste like sweet creaminess. I don't know what that means, but that's what he said. So I have too many of those out. What was that? Is it ready? I gotta go check the banana bread. I'll be right back. Okay, the banana bread needs a little bit longer, but I'm gonna just go ahead and show you how I do this. It'd be the same exact thing in either one of these things. It's just one of them you need more. I don't have measurements because I just don't measure. But I'll try to tell you guys how much I put in this time. Because I've just never done it before with measuring. So this is just regular oatmeal, old-fashioned oats. It's not quick oats, it's not instant oats, it's just regular old-fashioned oats. And I put about a half of a cup. I know that because I have a half cup measure that I keep in there. I put about a half a cup of that in there. And then this is muesli. It's the Bob's Red Mill muesli. I have some, but it's just too hard to get to right now to show y'all. Got a hair going in my eyeball. And I put about the same amount of that in here. This has nuts, it has raisins, it's got some kind of little clusters in it, and it's got let's see, it's got sunflower seeds, but it's got all kinds of good stuff in there. So about another half cup of this for this big one, that is. Then I put some chia seeds in here because these are really good. They have omega-3, protein, fiber. I don't know what else they have. Let's see. They have calcium, vitamin C, iron. They've got vitamin A, and they're really high in fiber. So I just put a couple of, maybe a good tablespoon of that in one this size, in this bigger one. I think this is like a cup size. This is probably 2 or so cups. And then flax seeds, which is a lot of fiber. They have B vitamins, omega-3. Let's see what else they have. Iron, calcium. I don't know, lots of stuff. Alpha linolenic acid? I don't know. It's good in fatty acids. B1, manganese, I don't know, all kind of stuff. But I put about a tablespoon of that in there as well. And then I put just a little bit of brown sugar, probably, it's between a teaspoon and a tablespoon. I don't measure that either. I just put some in there just for a little bit of sweetness, but not much. And then I fill it up, not completely with milk, but right at the edge. So let's see, I don't want to spill it. And you can use another kind of milk if you want to, but it's about 3/4 of the way with milk. And oh, can you get me another spoon? Since I'm making more than one, I don't need to use, I usually, if I'm only making in one, I'll use the same spoon, but since I'm making more than one, I'm not going to do that. But then I'll just, thank you. Whoa, that's a big spoon. Okay. But then I'll just stir it up just to get the sugar and everything mixed up. And you're not going to be able to get all the chia seeds and all that stuff down in the bottom. It's not going to happen. But those chia seeds overnight will plump up. And he has let it stay in the refrigerator for 2 days before and then eaten it. But most of the time, he won't even let it stay in there for a couple of hours because he's going to eat it as soon as he can. That's just the way he is. He loves overnight oats. But I'm going to make 2 of these for Noah, and then I'm going to make 2 smaller ones for myself because, like I said, I don't know if I like it or not. And if I don't like it, he'll eat it. So there's not going to waste. But I'm going to try it because it's got a lot of good stuff in it. What do I do with that? Oh, the measures room is over here. So for this one, I'm probably going to put like half of like a 1/4 cup. That's the wrong thing. I don't want a 1/4 cup of sugar. That'd be awful. And for mine, I think I'm going to put a little bit extra of the muesli. And these have a fill line on them, so I'm not going to go past that. But the fill line is probably for freezing because you can freeze things in these containers. I've heard of some people making just like chia pudding. All they do, from what I understand, is some sort of sweetener, chia seeds, and some sort of like either just regular milk or some kind of nut milk, which I don't even want to talk about the nut milks because they're not milk. But anyway, it's been a conversation around our house, the milk situations. Anyway, I'm gonna get these made up, and then he'll have his I'll go ahead and put some of that in this one. I should have went ahead and put some of this in it too. I don't like having all these things open. And you don't have to use brown sugar. That's just what we choose to use. You can use stevia or you can just leave it out. That's up to you. Oh no. I got enough for both of them in that one scoop. And then I'll take these and we'll put them in the refrigerator. And I would say you can eat them within, oh no. I usually use the spoon to do this. But you can eat them, give them a few hours at least to plump up and get everything together, like this tastes, the flavors together. I need to refill the oatmeal. But that's how that I make overnight oats. It may not be the way you're supposed to do it. It may not be what everybody else likes, but that's just the way I do it. You can also put fruits in it, but that's completely up to you if you do that. I know a lot of people put apple. I've seen people put berries, different kinds. And I'm not saying it's not good. I'm just saying we don't normally. I'm gonna get that sugar off that spoon. But just give them a few hours, and whenever you start to eat it, stir it up before you start to eat it. Stir it again and then enjoy it. You can heat it up too if you don't like cold oatmeal, which I don't know if I do or not, because like I said, I've never had it. But I've been making him the overnight oats for a little over a year, and he really likes it. So now I'm gonna clean this up and move on to the next thing. Okay, so this is the banana bread after we just took it out. We're gonna let it cool off, and then I'm gonna take it out of the pan. But I think my mistake was using all-purpose flour and the baking soda. I think something was wrong with that recipe. It probably needed baking soda and baking powder. But I'm just gonna, like I said, make a note on my thing and just say, you know, just use self-rising, omit baking soda. And I'll take it out and show y'all what it looks like in a little bit. And I'm gonna take this out and put it in one bowl. That way I can use it for those 2 meals this week. It looks like a lot more than what I expected, because honestly I expected a lot of it to cook away because that was cheaper, fattier meat, but it didn't cook away as much. But that's okay. I'm gonna still just do what I said. I'm gonna put it in a bowl, and then I'll take half out for one meal, half out for the other. But I'll be sharing those meals on another video, my What's for Dinner on Sunday. Also, I've decided not to make the Lunchables because he still has 2 in the refrigerator. And I'm gonna make the wraps, but I'm not gonna record that. But Jeff is about to fillet some chicken, get it ready for today and tomorrow, and then if we have too much for those 2 meals, we're going to put the rest of it in the freezer. But I'm just going to put the camera over there so you can see how that he does that. He has done it before on a video, and I'll link it if you want to see how he processes meats whenever we buy it in bulk. But I'm just going to put that in this video for today so you can see that. And I'm going to put this in a bowl. Okay, it came out perfectly. It's cooked perfectly. It's just the way it's supposed to be. So I can't figure out anything but the wrong kind of flour, or the wrong ratio for stuff is the only thing I can figure out with that. Okay, so I have to do my coffee and then my 1 bin, because I think that I have all the meat out. I still have to make a roll-up, well, 2 roll-ups. No, he wants 4 wraps, but I'll do that off camera. You guys have seen me do that like 2 or 3 weeks in a row. There's no point in me doing that again. But I'm going to do the coffee, and if you haven't seen how I do this, I bought a bunch of these. Some of them I had gotten already from Walmart. They're this type with the, what do you call that? What's that stuff called? The screen, what is that called? The filter stuff at the bottom. These are solid on the bottom that I got from Amazon. They work just as well, but you have to make sure you get it for your Keurig, because if you get the wrong size, they won't work, and that will not be Amazon's fault or Walmart or whatever. So the things I need to get for today, I still need to get the baked beans out of the pantry, and I do need to get things for, let's see, I've already got the stuff out for the enchilada bake, but I got to get the taco soup recipe out. I feel like I'm cutting off my head. I got to take out the taco soup recipe, and I got to take out the ingredients for 3 meals plus today's stuff, so 4 meals. But I'll show y'all the bins. Well, the one bin. I'm not going to show both of them, but all I do is I take one of my little pods, reusable pods, and I take, this is a scoop for coffee, and it's the perfect amount for 1 cup. It's 1/8 cup is how much is this, but it's the perfect amount for these little pods. And I drink like, let's see, 14 ounces of coffee, and then I just take and stick it into this. So I'm going to just fill up as many of these as will fit this jar, and the last time I did it was 2 weeks ago, I think, and there were a couple of days I did not drink coffee. I didn't drink coffee today. I probably will in a little bit, but I usually only drink the 1 cup a day, so it's not that much. What? Oh, let me see. What? Yeah, and a little bit of the Goya seasoning on there too. He's seasoning the steaks for tonight. We've already got the chicken marinated, but he's doing the steaks now. And the steaks were some that we had bought, I don't know, a while back from Piggly Wiggly and put in the freezer. I think that we have, I think they were in a grocery haul, but I can't remember if they were or not. But it's really simple to do this. Now, if you're wondering why I do this instead of buying the pods, one of the main reasons is this is cheaper. But another big reason is the kind of coffee that I like, which is community coffee, and it's American flavor, I think is what it is. You can't find, I have not found that in the pods except online. And so I don't want to buy it like a bunch of little pods, because the pods don't last as long as this does. And I don't know, it's just cheaper to do it this way. I can have it the strength I want it this way. It doesn't have to be like weaker, because I've tried different pods from different places. Even the pods that came with my Keurig, they just kind of, the coffee was weak, so I didn't like it. And just that short amount of time, it took me like 5 minutes. Well, I already had like 4 in here, but it took me like not even 5 minutes to fill this up all the way. And 5 minutes every couple weeks is less time than it takes to go to Walmart and back. And my Walmart, how far is that Walmart from here? About a mile away. But this was faster than going to Walmart and coming back home. And it's just simpler. I just wash these and refill my coffee every week. So I'm gonna go ahead and clean this up, because I clean between each thing, and get all the stuff for that one bin, and then I guess I'll be getting ready to close out the whole video, because I'll be done. But I do have more of these, because the pack that I bought from Amazon, there was 12 or 15 in the pack. I don't remember how many, and I already had like 7, so I have too many. But if there ever comes a time whenever Noah wants to fill up with his kind of coffee, because he got some from his job that's like a pumpkin spice blend, and it's pretty good too, but it's not one of my favorites. But if he ever wants to use, you know, do his coffee, he has these to use, and we always have some empty is what I'm trying to say, for him to use if he wants to. So like I said, I'll put this up and I'll be right back. So this is the stuff I still have in for the enchilada bake, but I'm going to take it all out, so whenever I start to well, the onions are not all for that. I don't know why I keep getting too many onions out, but anyway, I'm going to take this stuff out, so whenever I start to put it all back, it'll be easier to configure it. Plus I got the taco soup recipe, and I'm going to stick that over there. But I'm going to grab all the stuff out of the pantry for these meals. But I'm going to need that taco soup recipe. I shouldn't have put it in there yet, because it's a lot of canned food. That's one reason I don't make it a lot. It's super easy. You just throw it in the crock pot and cook it. But it costs more to make than it would other things, because it's a lot of canned food. So, which is okay. It's good. We eat it every once in a while, like once every 6 months or so. So I'm going to grab all the stuff we need for the meals, and then I'll show you what all it is, and then I'll show you in the bin. So this is all the stuff we need for the dinners for this week. This is for the enchilada bake. Of course, we have the ground beef and stuff like that. I do need ranch seasoning, but it's in the refrigerator, which actually I need to make some more for this meal. Like I said, it uses a lot of cans of stuff for that taco soup, but it's good. And then we have potatoes for 2 meals. I know they kind of look funky, but they're not even that old. I don't know why they look like that, but that's okay. Anyway, I got all the stuff I need for the meals that I can actually take out and put into my bin. And then this is for tonight. Selena's wanting that. We're having a baked potato. The potato's not over here though. So I'm going to put everything back into my bin. Actually, I'll just do it while I'm talking to y'all. Put everything back in my bin, and what I try to do is keep all the things together. And no, we're not using the same exact kind of tomatoes for this meal. It doesn't matter. I think I have this taco soup recipe on my channel, but I'm not sure if I do or not. But I am going to be sharing kind of how I do stuff as I go anyway. But I'm going to stick all this stuff in here, and that way I don't have to go back and forth to the pantry. And as I said before, one reason I do this is because it makes me feel more comfortable, instead of, you know, if I go back and forth, if something happened in the kitchen, like a fire or something, I wouldn't be in another room whenever I'm doing the stuff. Or like when I'm cooking. I can't pick this up. There, I can. Will you move the towel? Can you put this in? Yeah, he can show you where we put this. Turn it around the other way. We just put it right in there, and everything that I need should be in the kitchen for the week. So, one reason why we do this is it makes everything easier to clean up. Like, it's just one big cleanup instead of cleaning up a whole huge mess every day. It's less cleanup, or it's the same amount of cleanup, but it's all one time. I don't know how to explain it. It just makes life easier. So meal prepping just does that. So we just have this pan to wash. We don't have anything in here. We got dishes in the dishwasher. We got food ready to cook over there. We got him doing strawberries before he's supposed to. And I don't know. Why do we meal prep?
Easier during the week.
It makes life easier to do that stuff. And we'll have, like, now we have a couple of breakfasts for me and Noah. Jeff doesn't like oatmeal. Why don't you like oatmeal? You've eaten it with peanut butter before. No, that's Noah ate it with peanut butter. You've eaten it with brown sugar.
I have.
But you don't love it. He's weird.
Or grits.
Yeah, but grits are not as good for you.
Grits.
Okay. Anyway, what are you doing?
Look at my hair.
You don't have any hair. Well, you do, but it's short. Anyway, so instead of prolonging this any further, we're gonna go. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, go ahead and hit the like button. What was that? If you, no. What? It was right at my face. If you like the channel, go ahead and subscribe and hit the bell so you'll be notified whenever I upload. I was waiting on you to do a ding or something because who knows what's going to come out. And leave any comments down below. And remember, don't take any wooden nickels and be sweet. What's little? So why do we meal prep?
To make to make it easier during the week.
We've had a few arguments during this whole process today. We're not going to show you all that because it wasn't on camera. Not really arguments, just disagreements, because sometimes he washes strawberries and he's not supposed to. But you're never going to live it down.
Yeah, what done? I ain't saying nothing.
No, but she's over eating strawberries.